Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Forecaster Josiah Acheampong here this morning. First, taking a look out at our visible satellite, we are noticing some clouds developing mainly over eastern New Mexico, northwest panhandles. That's starting off with a gloomy start to your day, but for the rest of us, it is quite pleasant for now. That's the caveat for now. But taking a look at our, let me see here. Actually, did not, let me see here. Ah, there we go. So, as we take a look out at our Bushland Skycam this morning, we are noticing a mix of sun and clouds. That's kind of the precursor, those clouds, to what we will be getting used to for the next few days as that cold front tries to make its way through the panhandle. Taking a look at our radar, though, we are noticing some rain on the radar for right now, mainly there over eastern New Mexico, Quay County, I should say, has some rain, as well as some Union County. We are noticing some moderate rain developing over both Cimarron and Texas counties in the Oklahoma Panhandle. A good old downpour there in the northern portion of Texas County. But taking a look currently at our temperatures, pair of sixes for Amarillo to start off this morning with those sunny conditions. We have a northwest northwest wind coming in at 5 miles an hour, but the humidity at 81% and the dew point at 60. So there is some moisture in the atmosphere for some of these storms to work with later on. But those temperatures across the panhandle where it is cooler, that's where we saw the cloud cover before. Clayton and Tucumcari stuck in the 60s, Boise City 69. But for the rest of us, we are starting to warm up into those mid to upper 60s to the lower 70s. 73 there in Shamrock and 74 there in Clarendon. Highs today, though, further south in East Shore, the warmer you'll be. A 93 in Amarillo, pair of eights there in Vega, 87 for Dalhart, Tucumcari at 85, but 101 for both Childress and Paducah later this afternoon because you'll get more of that southerly flow that's going to pump in some of that moist, warm air. So your temperatures will skyrocket into those triple digits. Now, if you're trying to plan out the rest of your day today, temperatures to begin again will hit the 70s by the time we get into the afternoon hours. But as we get later into the day, we'll notice temperatures warm up and those rain chances increase. Now, here are some of the things we are keeping an eye on over the next several evenings. Specifically, those storm chances will rise beginning with tonight. There is locally heavy rainfall and a low severe storm risk with some of these storms. But let's time this out as this front tries to slice southward over the Panhandle region. As we go over the next several hours, as we head into this afternoon, those temperatures will rise into those low 90s, even triple digits for portions of the area. But further north and west you are, the cooler you'll be. The rain comes alive by the time we get into the afternoon hours, into the evening. You can see around 10 o'clock or so, you're seeing a heavy batch of rain developing over portions of eastern New Mexico, there in Union County. As the night progresses, those storms want to continue to ride along that front. We wake up tomorrow, we could still be dealing with some showers in the area, some moderate to light showers. Those should wane away as the day continues, but depending on where that front stops, that's kind of the question. Where does this front stall out? Models have been going back and forth. Some are more progressive with where the front will end or stop rather, but some are a little bit slower or unsure about where this front will stall. So where that front stalls could increase those storm chances as we go through Thursday evening. My main concern is going to be rain. It's going to be a lot of it in certain areas. So for a wide swath of us, we're talking about anywhere between a half inch to an inch and a half of rain. However, if you are, I've noticed over the last couple of runs at least, over the next 3 days or so, the northern panhandle of Texas, the eastern portion of the Oklahoma Panhandle can pick up anywhere between 2 to 3 inches of localized heavy rain. Now, that's going to increase our concerns for flooding. Now, if you are north and west of Amarillo, you are going to be in a medium risk for flooding. Now, this does not mean that there will be widespread flooding or anything of that nature, but what this is saying is that there could be instances where a large amount of rain falls in a short amount of time, so flash flooding could occur in different areas. So if you are in the yellow, but even if you are in the green, you may just want to take a closer look at any evening plans you may have because there could be some issues with flooding, especially when we're talking about that much rain falling in a short amount of time. Now, as we take a look at what's been causing or what will rather be sticking around is going to be this upper level air pattern that's going to bring with it this northwest flow. And with that will bring chances for storms to develop over the next several days, especially as we close out the week. Cloudy and cool on Thursday with those scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to remain possible. But as we head into the weekend, that high pressure kind of meanders across the southwest. And with that meandering comes that northwest flow. And there could be instances, isolated at best, for some isolated showers and thunderstorm potential Saturday and Sunday. My gut is saying, especially if you are further west, that could be a concern. Eastern New Mexico, our western Texas Panhandle counties, those specifically could have a higher chance for some storm development. Saturday is probably your best bet before we start drying out by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. Now, for your lows for tonight, temperatures will cool off into the 60s and 50s. 58 there in Clayton, a pair of sixes for Amarillo and Pampa, 68 there in Canadian, but 70s for Childress and Paducah later this evening. We warm back up by the time we get into tomorrow, but we stall out in the 80s. Now, the question again is, where does that front stall? So some areas tomorrow can be in the upper 70s. We've seen runs where models have been having high temperatures in the 70s, but for the wide swath of the area, we're thinking up low to mid 80s. We could see some isolated instances of upper 80s, low 90s, especially if you are in the southeastern portion of the panhandle. Temperatures try to moderate by the time we get into this weekend, but the models have been indicating that the beginning of August looks quite warm. I did go with a pair of nines for Tuesday. Monday and Sunday are both warm as well, so you definitely want to stay hydrated, especially as we start possibly dealing with some more heat coming into the area. So definitely make sure you are tuning in and staying alert with the weather updates as the night progresses, especially with that elevated flood threat that we could see later this evening as those storms roll through. Be sure to watch our midday show at 11 a.m. and Corbin will be in later today to give you guys an update with the weather and conditions and how those storms pan out and what happens with that cold front. So hope you all have a great rest of your day. You join us at 11 a.m. and if not then, with Corbin at 5 p.m. You all take care. Have a great rest of your day.